So I went to school for media production, got married, had some kids, worked in the film industry for a little bit, and then many of you don't know, I spent about 10 years in the delivery industry, delivering appliances, delivering Amazon packages, and my latest, delivering body parts. I got some stories for y'all.
YouTube, what's up? Hey, if you are back here on the channel, that must mean you are enjoying the delivery stories that I am sharing with you guys. Hey, if you want to keep them stories coming, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely subscribe to the channel because that's what's going to keep me going. All right, so I actually got a few stories for you today, and they all have to deal with the subtle racism or blatant racism I've had to deal with over the years through doing delivery. Um, it, yeah, I'm just gonna get into them. I'll share them with you guys. I try not to think about them too much because some of them kind of do piss me off, and other times I'm just able to kind of like shrug it off because I know that some of these people don't know any better. They probably never seen a black person in their life. I don't know. But I try not to let it get to me too much. But hey, unfortunately, throughout the years, I have had to deal with sometimes where racism was definitely a heavy thing while doing this job. So the first story I want to get into, I think I was in Battle Creek. It's another city by where I'm at in Michigan. And for those of you that don't know, I drive a 26-foot box truck, and sometimes we are not able to get in certain driveways because they're too small, or there's low-hanging wires, or there's tree branches. Whatever the reason may be, we're not able to get into the driveway. So we do have to park on the shoulder / the side of the road. Okay, so this particular day, I had to do that while I was running a package up to a house, and there was a car that was quite pissed off because I was parked on the side of the road. All right, so she wanted to let me know that she was pissed off that I parked on the side of the road. So I ran the package up. She whipped her car around, parked in front of the truck, blocking me so that I couldn't drive off. I ran back out to the truck. I got to the front of the truck. This lady rolled down her window and she said, "Nigger!" And I just looked in pretty much shock, like, man, you really had something to get off your chest. And I guess I wasn't really blown away that she called me a nigger. I was more blown away by the way that this woman looked. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Tales from the Crypt, but this woman had like 3 teeth in her mouth, and she looked horrible. So I was more concerned about the way that this woman was looking and if she needed medical help versus what she was screaming at me. But as it all clicked in my mind, I had just realized what she had actually said. And yeah, I'm just like, man, this is crazy that you feel the need to express yourself in this way and address me with that word. And yeah, so before I could even acknowledge it or say anything to this woman, or try to talk to her or whatever the case may have been, she rolled up her window and peeled off. So that was one situation of racism that I've had to deal with, blatant, just open racism. There was another situation where We had to go to a guy's house. There was one team that came, hooked up a gas dryer for this gentleman, and there was a gas leak. He was smelling gas throughout his house. So I came with my tools, and I was figuring out where the other team had fallen short or where they had messed up with the hookup. And sure enough, they didn't use the tape on the threads of the piping before they put the fittings on for the gas connection. So I took the fittings off, put the tape on, and I fixed the problem. And the guy looked at me and he said, "I'm glad you coloreds came out, because the other coloreds, they just seemed like they didn't know what they were doing." And when I tell you I froze, I literally froze, because I did not know what to say. This guy was in his 80s. So I kind of knew in the back of my mind that the word colors was highly acceptable during his time, or during his day and age. And I knew that's probably how he addressed, black people or whatnot. But I just couldn't believe that it was a term or terminology that I was still hearing in the year of 2022. I just couldn't believe that, because at the time it was 2022. I was just surprised. It was just one of those moments where I'm just blown away. And then I kind of corrected him, and I told him, I asked him, I said, "Oh, do you mean the African American team that came before us?" He said, "Oh, yeah, the African American team that came before you." So I did give him the correct terminology. I stayed away from having anger towards this guy, because I know that some people who already have a certain idea or perception of black people are already expecting us to be angry. So as much as I can, I try to stay away from giving them or proving their idea of us being angry. I try to handle these situations in a different way versus having anger. Now, if somebody is just coming up, like with that woman who yelled out the car, I probably would have approached her in more of an angry way, because I could tell she was being malicious. She was using it to try to hurt me. She was using it as a weapon. She was weaponizing the word, right? So it was the way that she came at me with that. But with this guy, I knew it was just, it seemed like it was more of the idea of him being ignorant of the times, him being ignorant of the fact that terminology is no longer used for black people, and him just being ignorant overall. So I took that as a chance to educate this guy instead of getting angry with this guy. All right, so that was another situation. So we had the first one where the woman with 3 teeth that looked like the Tales from the Crypt rolled down the window, called me nigger. And then the second situation where the guy said colored, or referred to me as a colored. And then there was this third situation. Now this situation was just outright crazy. So to begin with, it was kind of a wet, rainy day. I wiped my feet. We got to this lady's house. I wiped my feet on the mat outside of her front door, because I knew my feet were probably going to be a little wet and maybe a little dirty, and I didn't want to bring that into her house. So I wiped my feet. And this particular day, I was working with one of my white coworkers. Yes, that's important, and you'll find out why. So I wipe my feet. I walk in the house. No, sorry. I wipe my feet. My coworker wiped his feet. He walks in the house before me. The woman says hi to him. Has small conversation with him. I don't remember exactly what she said to him, but she was making small talk with him. Then I walked almost directly behind him, This woman just looked down at my feet and said, "Are you going to wipe your feet before you come in?" I was like, whoa. In my mind, I'm thinking, you didn't say nothing to him at all about his feet. You looked directly at my shoes, didn't say hi or anything, didn't ask me how I was doing, didn't even try to make small talk with me. You just wanted to correct me right away about wiping my feet, even though I had already wiped my feet before I even stepped in front of inside your door. So there was that situation. And then there was a situation of me needing to take her front door off of her house because she ordered a refrigerator that would not fit inside her house unless the front door was off. And I explained to her, hey, I have done this numerous times. This is my job. I do it every day. I take front doors off all the time because people order refrigerators that they don't exactly measure for. They don't account for the doors that they have to go through to come in the house, the doorways into their kitchen, yada, yada, yada. So I tried to put her at ease, and I said, hey, ma'am, I do this every day. I will need to take your front door off. All right. She didn't really respond to me, so I just went about my way, and I started prepping her door so that I could take it off. She had a Christmas wreath on her door. So I go to reach for the Christmas wreath. All right. I'm being gentle as I can be, because I don't like breaking people's stuff, because I don't like having to deal with taking care of that. Hearing them about or listening to them about me having to pay for something or whatever the matter may be. I just don't like breaking people's stuff. Okay. So I'm starting to gently grab this Christmas wreath to take it off the door. This lady dives in front of me, like literally dives in front of me, snatches the wreath out of my hands. And she has some stuff on the wreath, like some little trinkets hanging off of it. All of these things fall off the wreath. So the wreath is pretty much completely ruined now. Whatever these extra jingle bells and stuff she had on it had fallen off. And she looks at me with a scolding look and she says, "Didn't your mother ever teach you how to handle people's things?" And I'm like, whoa, this was my breaking point. I looked at her. I gave her the wreath. I said, "You have a nice day." And I walked out of her house. And my partner at the time came outside and he said, "Hey, man, you should probably just finish up out here at the truck, and I'll just finish the rest of the delivery inside. We got the refrigerator, at least through the garage door frame. I'll figure it out from there. You could just finish up everything out here, and I'll finish up everything inside because I think she's racist." My white coworker said, "I think she's racist." So I didn't even have to say anything about this woman being racist, and he realized it right off the bat because of the way she was treating him versus how she was treating me. And he later told me that she offered him lemonade and was baking cookies and told him to stay to have some. And this woman didn't say any of this to me, gave me the meanest looks, scolded me, this and that. Yeah. So there you have it. Those are some of the racist encounters that I've had while doing delivery. It's not like they happen every day, but they have happened throughout the years. All right. And those are just three, like, I guess, bigger racist moments that I remember to this day that I just wanted to share with you guys. Hey, if you guys have ever experienced something racist as a delivery person, or maybe something racist as a person who has received a delivery, go ahead and comment below. Let me know what that experience was like. Let me know what that experience was. All right. Because I definitely want to share those experiences on this channel as well. Hey, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Especially subscribe to this channel, because that is going to allow me to do so much more with this channel and collaborate with some more people on this topic of deliveries, because we have deliveries every single day of many different products. So I want to keep this conversation going about deliveries as well, and have that be a segment on this channel. So go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, until next story time, stay blessed and stay prosperous in this new year. All right, peace.